Hello everyone, welcome to my another video. So this video is going to be different because now I'm going to talk about cars, and the today topic is about Hyundai Alcazar. So today I'm going to give you my raw thoughts on Hyundai Alcazar, and I will tell you about this car what I personally feel. And so this video would not be focused on the technical things and the features of the car. This video would be more practical. Firstly, let's talk about why did actually Hyundai come front and launch this particular car. So this car is actually a 6-seater or 7-seater version of Hyundai Creta, as we all know that. Well, why do Hyundai feels to launch this car is due to the reason in the market every single car of this price point has a 7-seater version of its car. That's like Hector has Hector Plus, Harrier has a Safari, and that's why Hyundai feel to launch the 7-seater or 6-seater version of Hyundai Creta. Well, these segments are a bit different, the Creta and this Harrier segment, but still they don't want to miss out the opportunity to get the good sales numbers at this price point. And as we all know that previous month Hyundai Creta was the most selling car of India. That's why they thought to bring out the new Alcazar in the market, and they were actually postponing the launch of event of the car due to this COVID situation, but finally they launched the car. Now let's talk about the smartness of Hyundai. As we all know that Hyundai flagship cars have never sold in good numbers in India and has not booked a good success in Indian market. They thought to put their C segment car forward in a 7-seater version because they know well at the price of an Innova, no one is going to buy their flagship 7-seater car. That's why they thought to bring Alcazar at this price point. Now let's come to the looks of the car. So well, we all know that this is the long wheelbase version of Hyundai Creta. Well, the platform is same, and thus it looks a bit similar to the Hyundai Creta, but from the rear definitely it's a complete new look. From the side it looks like a modern station wagon, and from the front it feels different from Creta because it gets a new grille which looks like its flagship SUV Palisade. Well, the looks of the car is still subjective to lot of people because everyone knows that lot of people still don't like the look of the Hyundai Creta. Well, we don't know the people are going to love it or not, or this look is going to grow on them with time or not. Well, it just depends upon the whole thinking of the people. Well, rest keeping that aside, just the front look, the back looks decent enough. It reminds a lot of people the Endeavor, but definitely it's not that. It's different. Well, because the height of the car is not that high, it doesn't feel like an SUV. It feels like much more like an LUV, but that 18-inch wheels definitely give it an premium appeal. Now let's talk about the main part of the cars, which is the engine. So the Alcazar comes with two engine options. First is the 2-liter petrol engine that works on the Hyundai Elantra, and the second engine is the 1.5-liter CRDI engine, diesel engine, which we are seeing from long past. But now let's talk about how is the powertrain of both of the engine actually is. So a lot of people will say that particularly the diesel engine, which is going to be cell mode, is a bit underpowered and doesn't give you that thrill of driving. And even the Alcazar is actually heavy than the Creta because that's the same engine which duties on the Hyundai Alcazar, on the Hyundai Creta, as well as the Kia Seltos, and even some C segment sedans like Hyundai Verna. But what's like, we should not focus this thing that like a lot of people are complaining that this you are placing the same engine in a 13 lakh car and even in a 22 lakh car. So it's not like that. It was also in past when they put the same engine, that 1.6 liter CRDI engine, in the Hyundai Elantra, nobody complains. But now they are putting in an SUV, so everybody is complaining. So that's not as the case. So this particular engine is a really refined engine. This diesel engine is a really refined engine, and well, it is not as powerful as some other competitors like the Safari, Jeep Compass and some other cars, but for the weight to body ratio it could be quite decent. And as we all know that most of the buyers are not going to focus on the engine particularly, they just need a decent powertrain engine and a reliable engine. So this, we should also focus that this is actually a really reliable engine, and because it is also doing the duty in the Creta. Well, in the Seltos it's still quite quick. It goes from 0 to 100 in under 11 seconds. And now you want to know that how much time would it take in the Hyundai Alcazar. So in the Hyundai Creta it takes around more than 12 seconds to touch 100 km per hour, 12.8. But in Alcazar it would take more than 13.5 seconds to touch 100, and the automatic would take more, 0.2 seconds more, but that's quite okay because most of the people who are going to take this car is going to only take because they want the comfort, features and luxury. So I'm not going to get into more that technical thing of about the features list, but as we all know that like in a car what actually matters is a good ride quality, good chassis, good engine, great stability, and you will say, but we should focus that what we are getting in this particular car is a segment above features like that 10.2 inch instrument cluster, fully digital instrument cluster, which looks phenomenal. It's not a gimmick thing actually. It that kind of instrument cluster you get on a 40 to 50 lakh rupee car. You are not going to get at that price point. And yeah, you will say like, yeah, digital instrument clusters are a lot in other cars too, like the Tata Safari, but that doesn't look as good what this look. And even on the base variant of the Hyundai Alcazar you get a digital instrument cluster which is found in the top end variant of the Hyundai Creta. So that's a great thing. And I will also recommend you to go with the diesel engine rather than going for that 2-liter petrol engine. If you don't care for that extra fuel cost, then you should go with that 2-liter petrol engine. And I feel in future they can bring the turbo petrol engine to Alcazar that is in the Hyundai Creta and that Kia Seltos, but that's not in today's state. So now let's talk about the 2-liter petrol engine performance. So the performance of that 2-liter petrol engine is good. If we compare to the diesel engine, it's better, but that engine is not still like crazy fast that you can go it in 10.8 seconds. It will still take a decent amount of time. It's not as good as that turbo petrol, that 1.4 T GTI motor, but still it's a decent engine. But I will not prefer to you that particular engine because the AI fuel economy is around 14.8, and in the real world you will get around 8 to 9 kilometers per liter. But the diesel engine, if you go with the manual, you can get around 16 to 17, and if you go with the automatic you will still get 13 to 14 kilometer per liter. Well, the mileage, if the mileage is not the same concern and you want performance, then you should not go for this car. At least you should go for the Creta turbo petrol or Kia Seltos Turbo Petrol if you want the driving performance feel. If you are going to only buy this car for features and comfort, because Hyundai has actually focused it for that particular buyers, not for the person who want a sporty car. Now coming to the ride quality of the car. So if we compare the ride quality with Creta, well, definitely the Creta was also having a great ride quality. Almost every Hyundai car has a great ride quality due to its soft suspension. But yeah, they don't feel that stable on really high speeds. But the Hyundai Creta actually feels lots really stable on high speed and even planted. Well, in Alcazar, now talking about the Alcazar particularly, they have softened the things more up if we compare to the Creta. And with that particular 18-inch wheels, the ride quality has become more good. And that long wheelbase also plays a vital role in making the ride quality much more planted. And now if we come to talk about the steering feel of the car, well, the steering feel is as same as the Hyundai Creta. It's really light and easy to drive in the city traffic, but on the highways it's like not that responsive. But yeah, the car is quite stable. Well, the response is another thing, the steering response, and the stability is another thing. Stability, it's really good. Just they could make it a much more responsive, but that's quite okay because most of the people who are going to purchase are going to be chauffeur driven or going to be a family man. Coming to the variants of the car, Hyundai Alcazar mainly has only three variants, that's Prestige, Platinum and Signature, and they do put some optional thing as what they do in other Hyundai cars like SX optional. That's just for the dual tone thing and that automatic thing, so that's not a confusing thing to note on. And now so let's talking about the variant of the Alcazar. They have done a really good job in just providing three variants and not confusing the buyer, because definitely the price of the car starts a bit high than what we have expected. Like we were thinking that price would start around 13 lakh rupee, not on road, ex showroom. Well, the pricing of the car starts from 16.30 lakh rupee ex showroom, and it goes up to 20.15 lakh rupee. So well, what they have done actually, from the signature trim only, they have from the base prestige trim only, they have given all the necessary features like that 10-inch instrument, that 10-inch infotainment screen, 64 colors ambient lighting, and every things which is required to be standard. They have put even a 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheel from the base variant, but the pricing is high definitely, and they have actually done due to the reason to not confuse the buyer. And there is also a reason because they are focusing this car to some sophisticated buyers, not rather than the cabbie drivers that they should go, because they know that the person who is going to pay that much, they want that this car should be in their premium list rather than they don't want it to put in that cabbie thing. In future there is chances that if the car sells well, they can bring some lower trims for some for some different kind of buyers in the market. But what they have done now has done a good thing, and the pricing is also quite good. First, quickly let's see what the features do you get in different variant without wasting any time. So the base Alcazar Prestige trim gets rear disc brakes also, means all 4 brakes, disc brakes, ABS with EBD, ESC, VSM, HAC, automatic headlamps, LED fog lights, tire pressure monitoring system, speed alert system, speed sensing, auto door lock, LED headlamps and LED DRLs, LED tail lights, dark chrome finish for grille, fog light garnish, body colored ORVMs, blacked out A pillar and B and C pillars, silver roof rails, body color antenna and rear spoiler, 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, dual tone interiors, leather wrapped steering wheel and gear knob, 64 colors, ambient lighting, 10.25-inch infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay, Bluelink connectivity, 7-inch instrument cluster, panoramic sunroof, smart key with push button start, remote engine start with smart key, tilt and telescopic adjustable steering, cruise control, automatic climate control, electrically adjustable and foldable ORVMs, wireless charging, front row seat back table with cup holder, second row center armrest with wireless charging and cup holder in 6-seater version only, AC vents in second row and third row, USB charging port in all the 3 rows, electric tailgate release, height adjustable driver seat, Archimai Soros music system, air purifier with AQI display, automatic only, drive modes, automatic only, traction modes, automatic only, and paddle shifters, automatic only. So this is the list of features of the Prestige trim. So you can see that you get each and every single feature in the Prestige trim. So anybody who is going to even buy the base model is going to be really happy with the car. Now let's come to the mid trim, which is actually the Alcazar Premium, which I feel is the top end trim in some way. Side and curtain airbags, surround view monitor, blind view monitor, rear view monitor, height adjustable front seats, puddle lamp and logo projection, 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, piano black inserts, 10.25-inch fully digital instrument cluster, electronic parking brake with auto hold function, 8-way power adjustable driver seat, Bose source music system and 8 speakers. So that's crazy amount of features. And now let's come to the last Hyundai Alcazar signature top end trim. You get extra what is front parking sensors, black ORVMs, matte black roof rails, black shark fin antenna, black rear spoiler in dual tone. So that's not like lot of feature in the top end signature trim. I think if anybody is going to buy even the platinum trim is going to be happy with it. Let's come to the one of the most important thing in a car, which is safety. So well, as before in the features list, I have listed all the safety features what this car have, and actually this car has every safety features what a car should have actually, like 6 airbags, ABS, EBD, lot of features. But what actually matters is that crash thing, the crash test, which is actually done by the NCAPs, Euro NCAP, Asian NCAP. That what actually matters, and we don't have actually the result of these cars. Even the Hyundai Creta has not been tested for the global NCAP yet, but the Kia Seltos was actually tested and it scored 3-star, because the Kia Seltos, Hyundai Creta and the Alcazar has the same platform and do share the same platform, engine and everything. Then we can therefore guess the safety of the car. Because the Kia Seltos got that 3-star, there a lot of people makes a lot of memes on that particular car, but that is not still that damn bad, because if we compare with some Indian cars like that Mahindra Scorpio and that Mahindra Bolero, those are like rubbish in terms of safety. But this car at least scores 3 stars. That not the best, because some like cheaper cars like Tata Nexon gets the 5-star global NCAP. But yeah, that's a different thing. And because this car has not been tested, Alcazar and the Creta, that then we can guess it would get 3 or 4 stars if like Hyundai has done something better in compared to Kia. But yeah, that's what all about the safety is. But 3-star is still okay. Rather than seeing all these things, you have to also see the overall value pack of the car, overall safety, and overall the driving feel and everything of the car. Talking about the value pack of the car, let's come to the pricing of the Hyundai Alcazar. So well, the base trim of the Hyundai Alcazar costs you 19 lakh on road Delhi, and the top end trim, that is the signature 06 seater 1.5 diesel automatic dual tone, that's such a big name, that cost you around 33.92 lakh, that's around 24 lakh rupee. That's still cheaper than the Tata Safari. Let's talk about it. If we are talking about Hyundai Alcazar, then we are going to also talk about the Tata Safari, because it is one of the main competitor over here. Well, if we start comparing, well, this would be not a good comparison, because Tata Safari is bigger than Hyundai Alcazar in every terms. But what's good in Alcazar is the list of crazy features list and the station wagon feel. But what you get in Safari is that real SUV Discovery Sport like feel, which you don't get in the Hyundai Alcazar. And in Hyundai Alcazar you get much more like sophisticated feeling of having almost everything in the car. In the length, breadth, height, everything is more in the Tata Safari. And if we compare to the Hector Plus, also the Hector Plus is also an overall bigger car than Alcazar. Now the question is whether buying Alcazar for 7 seats, then I will recommend you no. If you are planning to buy Alcazar for the 7 seats, then don't go for that, rather than go for the Hector Plus or think about a Safari, because those are better 7-seater options. But if you are thinking about that sophistication and that station wagon and that premium feel, that's definitely a good choice. And let's talk a bit about the materials of the car. In most of the places the leather is used, and the whole color, the tan color interior feels really premium. If we compare even to the Creta, and if we even compare to the Tata Safari, it feels quite a bit more premium in terms of the colors and that theme of that ambient lighting and that big infotainment screen. And the good thing about the display, that these infotainment screen and even the instrument cluster is not sluggish like the Tata's one and even the Hector's one. As we all know, Hyundai makes the best infotainment screen in the segment, so that's a plus point. But even if we talk, because if we don't want that level of driving feel, if we want a good ride quality car, a feature rich car, a good looking car, and a good interiors, like something which feels a premium segment above, then you should go for the Hyundai Alcazar. It is one of the great option which gives you the convenience as well as fuel economy, is the diesel automatic. And this engine, the 1.5 liter CRDI diesel engine, comes with an torque converter automatic transmission. That's a decent transmission and that doesn't feel sluggish. And this particular transmission is actually like quite good in terms of gear shift if you don't drive that harshly. And what's good about the cars, this diesel engine, is it's really lenient. It's like you will find a little bit power everywhere, in the low end, in the mid range, and even in the top end. So it's not like that you are going to hit the top end and you are going to disappear. It's not gonna happen. You hit the mid range or you're gonna disappear, or even you are in low end, you are gonna disappear. It's not. It's completely linear power delivery because of this PS6. 8 color options including dual tone. So one of the favorite color of this particular car is the black and the silver and the white, which I will preferably choose. One of them would be black or particularly silver or white. I would not go with another. And yeah, I can go with that dual tone, but still in the lower trims you only get single tone option, not the dual tone. Well, what you get the best by purchasing a Hyundai car is the polishness, like how polished overall the car is in terms of interior, in terms of exterior, in terms of everything, how good it is. Like every features which has been put down by putting a lot of thoughts, and it is the most polished. Like if we see some Tata car like Harrier was launched with particularly some issues like blind spot and other, but Hyundai doesn't do that. They bring out the car with the most perfection level. Even the Kia does the same. But what does this particular Hyundai Alcazar don't have is the driving feel, a performance engine, and a lot of space. So if you particularly want performance, then go for the Kia Seltos Turbo manual. If you want a SUV feel and a lot of space and like really a macho car, then you should go for the Tata Safari. And if you want something not that big but reliable and even some bit polished but not, you can go for the Creta turbo petrol automatic. And if you want everything like sophistication, every features, yeah, the Alcazar don't have some feature like electronic tailgate opener, like that doesn't have what actually that this feature only is present in the MG Hector. Rest you get each and every feature whatever you say. So that's great about like sophistication, the polishness, a decent amount of space, because if we compare to the Hyundai Creta, it has a lot of space if we fold the last row of the seats. So that's a good deal from Hyundai. If you are watching my video till the end, do smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more car enthusiast content like this. And if you have any car related question or any question, to put it on the comment section, I will reply it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.